you spent your youth in the library fortress of Candlekeep, under the kind tutelage of your foster father Gorion. Imoen shared this home, a kindred spirit. Her background was as mysterious as your own. Gorion's murder brought answers to your questions when his killer Saravok was revealed to be your brother. You and Saravok were a product of the time of troubles, a chaotic period when gods were made flesh and forced to walk the earth. One such deity foresaw his own death and walked the land before the cataclysm. He left a score of mortal offspring, intended to be the fuel for his rebirth. The god was Bhaal, Lord of Murder, and you are one of his children. Saravok sought a war of sacrifice to prove his worth, believing he could become the new Lord of Murder. You killed your brother, sending his taint back to Bhaal. You were the hero of Baldur's Gate, but some suspected you shared the same lineage as Saravok. You departed soon after, under circumstances much darker than anyone would have believed. They came as you rested, figures cloaked in mist that clouded your thoughts, blurring the lines between consciousness and dreaming. There was no malice or hatred, no mention of an old score, only quick capture and the promise of grim deeds to come.
Welcome folks, one and all, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amn. Shadows of Amn is a role-playing game released in 2000, developed by BioWare and published by Isle Studios. It's set in the Forgotten Realm setting, specifically Faerun. It's a game based off of 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons, and is the sequel to Baldur's Gate 1. I am choosing this game as my first Let's Play because basically it's an amazing game, and I've been itching to replay it for years, so I thought now is the time. It made a big impact on me when my brother showed it to me for the first time back in, I don't know, 2002 or something. I remember being like so overwhelmed and completely confused by the complex rules at the time. I wasn't familiar with D&D, and things like terms like AC and THAC0 and overcoming mage defenses, all these sort of things just went straight over my head. The manual, I remember, was huge back in those days. You'd get, basically you had the game manual. You couldn't really find guides. It was really tough. You had to read that thing like you were reading a book and try to understand it. It was crazy. Nowadays it's a little bit easier, but you know, I considered also playing the first game and linking playthroughs to this one, but it just doesn't have the epic feel that I'm going for in this game. I started with 2, and going back to 1 was just not for me, so I'm gonna skip it and just start with a new character here. After some thought, I've been, deliberating what should I be. I was gonna do a sorcerer, but seeing as how I've not done a thief ever, I thought it might be fun to try them out. They can do a lot of fun stuff like setting traps. I'm gonna be a bounty hunter specifically, and they have this backstab ability. I thought it sounded fun. Magic's a lot of fun in this game too, but I'm gonna try a thief out. I'm gonna go with chaotic good, and I picked an elf because they get a bonus to dex. This could take some time. This is where you pick your stats and you have to kind of roll them out, and you have to kind of get lucky to get a good spread going. Oh, this might work. Let's try it. I want to try and get at least, if I can get 18, 19, and I don't know, let's see. If I knock these down, if I get like 15 con, 19 dex, 18 strength, that'll be good. 12 charisma, maybe 16 con, and average wisdom and intelligence. Yeah, that'll work. Got lucky there. I'm gonna pick... I don't think I'll do katana until later. That you find a really good katana later in the game, and once you do, there's no going back. But for now, I'll go with longsword, dagger, short bow for ranged, and single weapon style. I'm not gonna mess with pickpockets. I want about 45 fine traps, open locks. I'm gonna be mostly good at stealth, so I'm gonna raise this up. To about there. Detect illusion. I don't know how much I'm gonna be using this, but I feel like it's a decent thing to have. Helps you spot invisibility, things like that. I want to be pretty good at setting traps, so I'm gonna raise that up pretty high too. I don't know if these are good scores or not, but works for me. Appearance, let's just do like yeah, you know, something like that. Okay. Now this I've already...
You will fall by my hand.
You're not so tough.
The obvious. This endless toil cannot continue. I grow tired.
You will fall by my hand.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of any of them, really.
You're not so tough. Not the damn.
Everyone will die. You know. This endless. We are wasting time. Let's get going. I require healing now.
Yeah, I like that one. I don't know why. Alright, that'll do. Gabyacious, already decided, is going to be my name. Parents recently just adopted a cat, and they named her Gabby, so that's probably where that's coming from. I don't know. I'm going to be doing normal difficulty, because I'm not looking to go crazy here. Just want to have a good time, and I hope you do too. And I'll see you soon.